Hello Zimbabwe, hello Zimbabwe, hello Zimbabwe. Right. Welcome back to another program. Welcome back to another program. Tichitaura about the persecution of the leadership Chamisa. We all know that Vaskana vanga vari kucourt, they've been in court. I think yesterday they were in court, and we want to talk about their arrest from the beginning kusvika izvezvi payava nyaya yavo. So there have been series of persecution of the opposition members and supporters in the nation of Zimbabwe. And would want to say on the 13th of May 2020, if I'm not mistaken, Joana Mamombe, Cecelia Chimbiri, and Cee Chimbiri, they were allegedly abducted by the state security agents. And the report is that they were at Harare Central Police Station, and then ndopavakatorwa ipapo by the CIO. That is according to their version. So later on, there were distress calls which were made, and abduction calls were made. People raised alarm, and later on they were found alive, but tortured, brutalized, fondled, etc. So those are the issues we want to talk about. So you can actually see that after that, after their release from the abduction, they were arrested, and they spent 62 days in detention, and they were on remand. So the charges were that they were faking that abduction. They were being accused of faking their abduction. So we want to quickly go into the facts of this matter. So number one, they say that they were abducted while they were at Harare Central Police Station. But today we want to look into the report from the Newsday. They said that an Econet security personnel went on to testify in court, and he indeed confirmed that they last made calls while they were at Harare Central Police Station. That is the last point they made calls. So I believe that that is the point they made distress calls, that they've been abducted. So all these allegations by the state that they faked their own abduction, they were making calls, they were online, they are false, because the Econet security personnel who testified in court indeed testified that on the 14th, their phones were off, they were not working, there was no activity on their WhatsApp, there was no activity on Instagram, there was no activity on their Facebook accounts. So I believe that that is a true testimony, because it has been corroborated. That is what they were saying, that they last made calls while they were at the Harare Central Police Station. When they realized that the situation was no longer the same, they made a distress call, and those are the last calls they made. So there was another person who testified, who is a shift manager at Chicken in Belgravia. She testified that indeed the girls arrived at Belgravia. However, they denied those allegations that they ordered anything from Belgravia. So according to her version, she said that she didn't see the people or identify the people as Joana Mamombe and Cecelia Chimbiri, but she believes that they are them. However, she confirmed that they were wearing masks, which means there is a great possibility that she might have identified the wrong people, or she saw the wrong people. The reasons why they wanted to order food from their vehicle, they are so suspicious. I don't believe that anybody would go and purchase food while it's in a vehicle or in a car. I don't believe that version. So I believe that it was fabricated, or if there are people who went there, those were decoys. They were trying to make sure that they create another different narrative, and they hide the traces or the information regarding that alleged abduction. So she also confirmed that, according to her statement to the police, she said that they were wearing, both of them were wearing face masks, but while it's in court, she indeed said that one of them was wearing a mask and the other, we were not wearing face masks. So the other issue is that when she told the police, she said these girls were light in complexion, but in court, when she was being cross-examined, she said that they were dark in complexion, which means she cannot be a trusted witness. She cannot be trusted in giving with a testimony. A testimony is no longer very important in this court, so as to determine whether the trio effect their abduction or not, which means the state cannot continue, or the magistrate cannot continue, or cannot rely on her testimony because of the inconsistencies, which are so many. So the other issues which are being raised are that during that time, people were on lockdown. And if people were on lockdown, shops were being closed at 1500 hours. And she said that she began her shift at 1500 hours and they arrived at around 1600 hours. So if indeed she sold them, how did they, how was the shop open when the lockdown regulations were saying all shops should close at 1500 hours? That is a very important question we need to ask. Why was the shop open? Why was Chicken in Belgravia open when the regulations, the presidential decree was saying that all shops and businesses should close at 1500 hours, which means after that, there was no longer service. And if her shift started at 1500 hours, who was she serving? She was the manager. Who was she supervising after 1500 hours? Because we expected to see people going home. We expected to see people packing their bags, being at home, which means her testimony cannot be trusted at all because it does not add up with the working hours during the COVID era, which we all know we were going through during that period of time when they were abducted. So the case has been postponed to June 21. That is when they are returning to court. They are returning to court on the 21st of June. And we need to keep them in our prayers. We need to continue praying for them because I don't believe that as leaders, they are that much safe. So there are so many issues surrounding this whole issue. But from the things I have mentioned, we can quickly conclude that this issue was fabricated. This issue, they tried by all means to conceal the evidence. However, they failed to play their game very well. They did a lot of mistakes in playing their game. So that is the reason why we have a lot of inconsistencies. If you check the other report where there are 3 locations where they say vakanga vakasvika at a hotel at Harare Central and at Belgravia. If you add up the time frame, yavari kunzi vakafamba within 5 minutes, vanga vafamba from charge office to that hotel, from that hotel to Belgravia. That does not add up. Even if uchifamba nendege, what kind of aeroplane yaungawana helicopter ingakufambisa in between those places within 5 minutes? That does not add up, which means this case was fabricated. The idea is to just intimidate young people, is to just to show young people that it is dangerous to be involved in politics in Zimbabwe, just to show young people that it is very dangerous to support an opposition party in the nation of Zimbabwe. And it's not allowed, it is a taboo to support an opposition party. It is a taboo to be in politics in Zimbabwe. That is the narrative they are trying to say, which means a lot of people will say, if someone can spend 62 days in remand prison for just nothing, for just being a politician, why should I be a politician? And someone would choose to say, No, I'm leaving it. Let me be at home. Let me maintain my peace and do my errands. So the time they are wasting attending court for these frivolous charges, you can actually see that someone who is fearful might say, there's no need for me to be involved in politics if other people are going to court each and every time and they will be at court since morning. What is the point? So you can actually see that this case is not being treated with agency. So, and I believe that there is something around that case and around this issue. So, Team Zimbabwe, this is the reason why we need to come up, have discussions each and every time so that we enlighten each other. We recognize what is really happening in our economy so that we stand with each other. We are with each other. So I don't know, in the comment section, tell us your views regarding the persecution of these leaders. Tell us your views in the comment section before we end up this program. So takamira maviews enyu, Team Zimbabwe, let's just register to vote. We have all district offices, they are open for voter registration. All provincial offices, they are open for voter registration. You don't pay anything for you to register to vote. Let's just go and register to vote because poto iya yaibva yakuda kuchipakurwa. So you must be ready to be part of change of New Great Zimbabwe, which is coming. There is nothing which is going to stop the will of God. Change is coming and it has been confirmed several times. So you have to brace up for change. You have to be prepared, but we will not get change if we don't vote. So we need to go in our numbers, mobilize, and make sure that we inform our families about the importance of registering to vote, the importance of actually voting. So Team Zimbabwe, you are the best people I've ever seen. And let's just remain resolute and let's just remain supporting our leader, Advocate Nelson Chamisa. At this moment, these are trying moments and he needs our support. He needs us. This is the rightful moment. We should show our solidarity with the leaders. So we continue to mourn more Blessing Ali and we continue to stand with the comrades who are under attack in Nyatsime and Chitungwiza. And we hope that the situation is going to normalize and the situation is going to be great again. So according to the president, he said, let's be peaceful, let's maintain our peace because there is no need for us to continue losing more lives, more property, because the hour has come for change. So till we meet in other episodes, our next episode will be on the issue of corruption. We need to robustly deal with that issue of corruption. Then we are going to resume our constitutional studies so that we enlighten each other about our constitutional mandate, our rights, so that we take to task this regime and make sure that they deliver in the few months they are left with before we bring our new government. We cannot let them continue to loot. We need to hold them accountable. We have Pomona deal. We have other looting issues which are happening. So we are going to talk much about the issues to do with looting. The issues being raised with by the DHOP. We are going to come with them here and we will talk and discuss about them. So be prepared to be part of the panel. That is, if you desire to be part of the panel, be prepared. I always put the link to this platform in the description box so that you are able to come and give your views. So if you want to have a chance to talk to the people of Zimbabwe through our platform, there is a number there on the screen. Please don't hesitate to write a message to us. We will bring you here live. Then you talk to the people. So you can choose the topic you want to deal with, or if you want to be part of any topic we'll be discussing, let us know through that number. That is only WhatsApp. At this moment on that number, only WhatsApp. So if you talk to us, we'll kindly will add you on this platform. So thank you very much for being here. You are such important people. I love you all. In other episodes and other programs. Much love.